back to the daily grind with the only free MMA channel that fucking matters, full-time MMA. And I fucked around and passed out earlier, but I'm up, I'm recharged, and it's back to the grind. So let's get to it. Cat Zingano, you know that song, I'm just addicted to pain. That's this chick right here. She's been campaigning for a fight with Cris Cyborg for a couple of months now. Although I'll say this, she's been campaigning for an ass whooping for a couple of months, but Cris Cyborg came out and said she's been offered the fight twice and declined it both times. So interesting. I just tend to believe Cris Cyborg here because there's literally been a champion at a weight class above this woman that didn't want to fight Cris Cyborg, so she vacated her belt. On top of many other women that didn't want to fight Cris Cyborg. Ronda Rousey, I mean, the list goes on of just dominant women fighters, or not even dominant, just all the women fighters that don't want to fight Cris Cyborg. Holly Holm, her managers didn't want that fight a while back. So this is what Megan Anderson. This is what Cat Zingano had to say first. She said, oh my God, this girl wants an ass whipping. I'm telling you, she's been talking shit, like Angela Magana level type shit. She said, I like Cris and I respect her, but it's either her or me out there, and I'll be damned if the food's not going on my table. She's talking pretty confident. But I'll get into Cris Cyborg saying she turned down the fight too. But that's not all she had to say. I was looking for the part where she said she was talking about Cris Cyborg just recently blocked her on Instagram, and Cris Cyborg's did that before. She's known to block people on Instagram. If it's somebody you know that was like whenever it's not that she's scared of the chick or anything like that. Why she blocked her on Instagram? She just doesn't want somebody talking shit that she knows don't want any smoke. I had a guy in the comments that used to say, oh man, oh yeah, you're scared to call me, and I was like, hey man, I'm ready to call, and 5 minutes after he said it, and he said it was too late. Oh, it's too late to call now. So I was like, how is it too late 5 minutes later, dude? I will literally block you right now if you fucking keep coming to my comments saying I'm scared of you, and I'm ready 5 minutes later and you got an excuse. So that really seems like this situation right here, because Cat Zingano's been calling out Cris Cyborg for a while now. At UFC, I got the two events. One of them was the most recent event with Tanya Evinger, Cris Cyborg, UFC 214. Cat Zingano was offered that fight. And also, it was a fight night card. It was UFC 198 in Brazil. That's exactly when it was. But instead, she ended up fighting, I believe, Leslie Smith, or it was another woman she ended up beating the UFC 198 that took the fight because Cat Zingano turned it down. And so Cris Cyborg's like, you're talking all this shit, but you've been offered the fight more than one time and you turned it down. So I'm not about to just keep listening to you talk this stuff, because you know Cris Cyborg's got a woman on deck. If she sees you anywhere, anytime, any place, and you've been talking them yip, running them motherfucking chip chops, she's gonna put a motherfucking knuckle sandwich on deck. And it's that serious with Cris Cyborg. So I mean, either that sounds a lot more realistic than this Cat Zingano girl really wanting smoke with Cris Cyborg. Cat Zingano hasn't fought since her 14-second loss to Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey hasn't had a win in years. So if that's true, actually I'm about to have to look that up, because if that's true, that could mean she hasn't fought in a couple years. This Cat Zingano girl. I don't know a lot about Cat Zingano because, I mean, besides getting messed up by Ronda Rousey, that's what really put her on the map. So, Cat Zingano, I'm going to go to her page and see if she really hasn't fought since her loss to Ronda Rousey. 14-second loss to Ronda Rousey. All right, she is 9-1, I believe, so only one loss. But Cris Cyborg will add an L to that motherfucking record, and that's just the truth. All right, Cat Zingano record. Here we go. My bad for, actually, what the fuck you telling me? I was about to say my bad for this taking so long, but what the fuck else you got to do? You're listening to me. You ain't got shit else to do. Shut up, clown. I'm just fucking around, you troll. Since you, oh, how dare you? You call us a clown for... Whoa, dude, you're taking it too serious, buddy. All right, Cat Zingano's record's right here. She's still 9-1, and that's interesting, because that would mean she hasn't fought for, man. When was Ronda Rousey's last win, let alone this was specific win? Alright, so she has a loss to Juliana Pena at UFC 200 since then. So she fought Ronda Rousey February of 2015, 14 seconds armbar loss. Then she fought Juliana Pena July of 2016, still over a year ago, another loss. So she's 9-2 now, and she's talking up smoke with Cris Cyborg. Oh no no no, sweetie, you're coming off of 2 losses. One to Ronda Rousey, one to Juliana Pena, and both of them have went on to lose after beating you. So pump the brakes. I'm definitely leaning with the side of Cris Cyborg here. Cyborg Nation, what the fuck you tapping at? Cat Zingano is coming off of 2 losses, and she's picking fights with Cris Cyborg, yet Cris Cyborg gave her the opportunity twice to motherfucking come and fight her, and both times she had to decline. One time it was because injury, she says, and the other time it was because you're going against Cris Cyborg. Let's quit playing, everybody, sweetie. I'm interested to see Cat Zingano's next fight because this just adds interest. If you're talking trash to Cris Cyborg, man, you're still a little crazy in your head. And you're a lot closer in weight than Angela Magana was, so this fight's a little more realistic. She said she'll go up to 145 pounds, and the way she keeps talking, Dana might just make it happen. So hit thumbs up, hit subscribe. It is what it is. I'm about to watch the Dana White Tuesdays Night Contender Series. Let's get it. Let the haters know what the fuck you tell me in the comments. I just got a new job, and they have a strange custom at the office. They give their food names there. For instance, I got a sandwich out of the fridge yesterday, and it said, Michael.